What is up, y'all? Welcome back to Mitú Daily. I'm Alejandro.
And I'm Jenny.
And we have a fun show, right, sister?
We sure do, brother.
But before we get into the news, I just want to let you know that today we are brought to you by the Mitú newsletter.
Sign up at wearemitú.com to stay up to date on Mitú news, events, and more. And now let's get to the news. Dodgers legend Fernando Valenzuela, known affectionately to fans across the baseball world as El Toro, has died at 63 years old.
Valenzuela pitched 17 Major League seasons, was a six-time All-Star, and has the most wins and strikeouts of any Mexican-born pitcher. He's well known for his signature wind-up and high leg kick before dazzling hitters with a virtually unhittable screwball. Like, do you remember, like, you've seen the pictures of him, right?
Yeah.
For that, like, wind-up, like, homeboy?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like, I don't know how you do it. Look
like a
up.
ballerina.
Yeah, exactly. And you look up, like, and then after that, like, you don't know where the ball's gonna go.
He had his little technique.
A little sazon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. The
Yeah,
sazon.
dude.
Well, you know what this means for the Dodgers now, brother?
What?
They got to win the World Series. They got to do it for Fernando Valenzuela.
For the GOAT.
Yes, and they got a little Angelito now. So I feel like they have a good chance.
And then Vin, too, recently passed. So it's like, again, these, like, Dodger greats are, like, looking down on them. Like, hey, man, come on. Like, do it, you know?
Hopefully they're whispering in their ear like what the pitcher's telling the catcher.
What do you mean?
You know, the little numbers?
Oh, like the signs? They're signing. They're like, hey, man, he's going to throw this.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this is crazy. Like, I remember I saw him at one of the Dodgers games when they brought him out. Like, it's just crazy to know that he's gone, you know? But Fernando Mania por siempre, Fernando Mania forever. Brother, when you think of Ozempic, what do you think of?
Well, obviously, you know, weight loss and, like, the side effects. I don't know what's actually going on there. And Fat Joe was actually talking about it the other day, too.
Oh, is he still fat? Is he on Ozempic?
I mean, technically, I guess he's now Joe, right?
Oh.
He's not Fat Joe. But, yeah. But, like, wait. Why do you bring it up?
Ozempic may be linked to controlling several vices like drinking alcohol, nicotine, and opioids.
Dang, it's like the reverse pendulum. Like, it's actually curing us all if you think about it.
Yeah, so researchers found that individuals addicted to alcohol on Ozempic-like medications had a 50% lower binge drinking rate, while those with opioid use disorders saw a 40% reduction in overdose rates. Dang. So this is actually helping.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a negative story.
Surprisingly. Those aren't the only bad habits though, brother. Las Vegas has noticed a drop in their #1 business.
Which is?
Gambling.
Oh, yeah. Really? What does that have to do? Okay, I better continue.
Apparently, the $1,000 a month treatment is saving gambling addicts because apparently the dopamine high of gambling is similar enough to the high of food, drugs, and alcohol that Ozempic is having a measurable effect on.
Dang, okay. So, I mean, maybe some of my homies need Ozempic. Not because we're big backs, but because they gamble too much, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're fiends, bro. But also, I feel like this drug is making us so numb to everything. It sounds like it. It's like you're going to be numb to love, to happiness, to hope. We're just going to be like robots.
That's deep. That's very deep.
But we'll look snatched.
That's true. This is true.
We're going to Six Flags was the last thing this cheating man heard. Jenny, imagine cheating on your girlfriend and then getting tricked into being deported by her. Ladies, we are getting way too creative when dealing with these cheaters.
Creative. Homegirl playing a different game. El güey no tenía papeles and sis turned into ice.
But what happened? Like, what, cuéntamelo. ¿Qué es este chisme?
So, we're gonna start off at the very beginning.
Okay.
Homegirl risked it all. She brought her man from Mexico, undocumented. You know what I mean? She was a real one.
There was love.
She was a real one. So she brought his ass to the US, right? Only to have him cheat on her. She found this out through Snapchat, so thank you, Snapchat. And guess what she did?
What'd she do? I mean, I hope it was good, because that's just plain disrespectful. What did she do?
So she told him, hey, like, how would you like to go to Six Flags today? And he's like, yeah, let's go. You know, so he got in the car. She goes, I'll drive. So this guy was a passenger princess the whole way.
Of course he was.
So she's like, go to sleep. I'll wake you up when we're almost there. Because it was a long drive. And he's like, okay, bien dormido.
She's been
Todo
nice.
a gusto. This guy wakes up at the border. And he's confused. Sin papeles. And she said, you want to cheat? Well, I'm going to return your ass back to Mexico. And guess what she did? She went all the way through the border. She went to Mexico. She dropped his ass off, gave him a few bucks, and peace out. Enjoy your life. I know there's some people that are that are applauding her for this.
Yeah.
But there's some other people that think that this was a little petty. I don't think it was petty. I feel like you fuck around, you find out.
Yeah.
Like, she had every right to. She's the one that brought him over.
Yeah.
And she has every right to return him.
Yeah, honestly, he didn't have to be here. He didn't have to be doing all that. And then he did. So, she did what had to be done. And I personally do not see any harm. I don't see wrong in this situation. Is it petty? You can say it's petty, but cheating is worse than petty.
Oh, but it's petty to cheat on the person that risked it all to bring you over here.
I think that's petty. I think that's bold. I think se siente súper atrevido, irrespetuoso, maleducado. O sea, I think there's a lot worse things you could say about the other side. So you could come at me with a petty motherfucking whatever that is. But you know what? What he did was worse.
Oh, yeah. And we're all for immigration.
We are.
But we just don't want cheaters here.
They can go back.
Yeah, this was a viral story all over TikTok.
Yeah, it's fun seeing everyone commenting, not just Latino TikTok, it's just a subject of conversation.
And getting their opinions. And, we just had to try and reach out to the guy.
Yeah.
Reach out to the man that did the cheating. And guess what? We found him.
Hi. Hola. Do you speak English?
Yo! Hey! Yeah, I speak English, 100%, dude.
Were you actually cheating on your girlfriend?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
You were?
Oh, yeah, big time. Here's the thing. She's one of those girls that doesn't make dinner,
Oh.
That's a big no-no for me.
You were supposed to be on your way to Six Flags. Did you truly believe you were on your way to Six Flags?
Yeah. I had my hat ready for the sun, I thought it was going to be a scorching day. I was ready to go. I should have saw the signs, though. Next thing I knew, I woke up, rolled down the window. It smelled like gasoline and tacos. And I said, wait a minute. This ain't Six Flags. Took me down there to Mexico. Been here ever since. I've been sleeping in that damn thing. It's very uncomfortable. This is an awareness for all the kings out there. Kings, stay awake. Literally. When your girl says she wants to drive, there's something's up. Something's up. They love being the passenger princesses. And when they want to drive, they're not taking you where you think they're going to take you.
What has this experience taught you?
It taught me a lot of things.
Really?
It taught me never to use Snapchat ever again. All right, kings, you hear me? Delete the app. Women cannot be trusted. All right, fellas? You put your guard down. You give them trust. They say, can I borrow your phone? My phone's full of memory. So you give them your phone. They start looking through your stuff. You can't trust them. You can't trust them no more. It caught me slipping. She figured out my code. All right? She kept looking side eye. And she caught my code. I fell asleep. I trusted her. So that's what I learned.
You wouldn't say it taught you not to cheat again?
Of course not. It just taught me how to play it better. They caught me slipping. And I messed up, but I'll be back. I'll be back for next season. Next season I'll be in the game, and I'll do it better.
I think that brings us at time, but you're coming back, ladies. You heard that he's coming back. Well, thank you so much for speaking with us and giving us your side of the story. As always, a pleasure to get both perspectives.
I'll be back. They can't keep a king down. King is up.
King is up, he said.
Let's welcome stand-up comedian Daniela Mora to Me Too Daily.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. I'm so excited to be here.
Thank you.
We're so excited to have you, Queen. First of all, like, thank you for your service, because seriously, I am done trying to pretend I actually want to be friends with my ex. I'm done. It's canceled. So I guess that leads me to my question. Are you friends with any exes?
I will say that I am friendly. There is a lot of overlap sometimes where I work. And so some situations, there have been times where we do work together. And so we kind of forcefully had to become friends. But I would say like still hanging out on a day-to-day, texting, sending memes like we were in a relationship like before, I will not allow that. I will refuse to answer just to really change the dynamic, because I feel like that's unfair. Like if you don't want to get married, you can't comment on a photo.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And what do you think are the do's and don'ts of a breakup? Like, is there like a no contact thing, or?
I feel like it kind of depends how it ended. In something recently where I did make this video, kind of how it ended, like he didn't really do anything like super wrong. Like there wasn't any cheating, you know, it wasn't like we got in a huge fight. It was just kind of more so like, I don't think this is working out right now. So like, let's put this to rest. I think you always need to have like a no contact period, even if it's for like 2 weeks or like months, but you need some time to like cool down the feelings and emotions. Just because if I saw this guy like 2 weeks ago, I would have been like, I love you, let me like suck your earlobe. Like I would have still been really in love with the guy, you know? So you definitely need a no contact. I'm a huge fan of muting anybody that I've ever hugged. I think the muting is important just because you don't really want to see it. It's just too much, you know? I don't want to see what they're doing. And I'm like, who's in the back of that photo? And it's his aunt, you know? Like then I'll start spiraling. So I think kind of out of sight, out of mind is my best way to go.
I like that. And I think muting is safe. Like it's not cutting them off completely. Like I can come back when I want to, when I'm ready to. But the power is in my hands, because I'm not going to give them the view. I'm not going to give them the attention or energy.
It's more so for you though, right? Like it's like not really like, oh, I'm going to mute you because but it's for like myself.
It's for us.
Yeah, it's nothing personal. Yeah.
I know earlier you were like, oh, you've kind of had to keep relationships going with people you've had things with because you kind of worked with them. How about dating someone in a friend group or like your building?
I went out with someone in my apartment building like 2 years ago, and you know, we had nothing in common but the building's common space. Like we literally like, I did not know this man. We were talking about the Amazon packages being sorted. Like it was like bizarre. Definitely awkward. I wouldn't say it's not the worst thing to do. I think a friend group or working together has like more stake in it, but running into them, you know, in the lobby is also never pleasant. So definitely it's going to be a little more picky going forward.
And so it's When Harry Met Sally season. Do you think single men and women can be friends?
I want to say yeah. I do think so. I do have a lot of guy friends. I think that there's definitely limits. Like there are some guy friends that I have like flirty stuff with, you know, and maybe there's like a little bit more than a friend, but like that either has been explored and that didn't land well, or like that's just like a bit too much. I do think guys and girls can be friends though. It's not nearly what like female friendships are though. Like I call my girlfriends all the time. I can't call my guy friend like good morning. Like that would be scary and I'd want to like get him pregnant. But yeah, I do think it's possible, with some boundaries and probably like a roster.
Oh my gosh, I just like want to have a roster so I can do that.
But like it's so much though, so much work.
It's a lot of work, but it would make me better at just staying friends with people because I wouldn't have to worry about, you know, stability.
I know, I can't be like doing a draft every week. Like I barely know where my socks are. I'm not going to be like, where's Sam? Like I don't not care enough.
So it is October, which means we're in spooky season. Do you have a favorite ghost story, you know, ghosting story?
I'm kind of a fan of the mutual ghost. I do like if we are both kind of ghosting. There was like maybe 2 years ago, I was talking to this guy and I was still down to go out. And I remember that he just kind of never hit me back up again. And for the first time ever, I was like, pride. And I had dignity then, and I didn't hit him up, and we kind of just mutually faded out.
Yeah.
And of course, I ran into him recently, and he was like, let's get drinks. And I was like, who is this? But I mean, most people that I've ended things with it's been like a fade out more than a ghost.
More than a
Because like we know that we're alive. Maybe they'll like swipe up later and it just kind of like slowly died. Or like they've said like, hey, I don't like you that much. And I'm like, I would have preferred the other ghost. I just would have preferred a full ghost, act like he died.
Yeah.
Be like, I got hit by a car, but I'm still active on Instagram. You know, that's why I'd prefer that lie.
I agree. Like, actually, I used to, like, ghosting and was scary, but you're right. I'd rather that. Like,
yeah,
not
then
know.
you just, there's just no words. You just
Like,
weren't interested and that's it.
Yeah, let's go from
I like a
texting
mutual
to,
fade out.
Yeah.
And then, you know, guys, I feel like should lead it. So I don't mind. Like, if they're not planning to do stuff, I'm just like, yep, that's it, I guess. That's the end of this.
You get the hint.
Yeah, I was like, I got it, babe, but still down probably, but I got it.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Daniela. Where can we follow you?
Of course. I am on Instagram, Daniela Mora 1, Daniela Mora. Number 1. I'm on TikTok. It's spelled differently. It is Danyella 5000. It's a very niche one, but if you really liked me, you can probably type it in.
I love it.
If ever in New York, come by, see a show. But yeah, this is so fun. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh,
thank you for joining us.
Let's give her a round of applause. Yay!
Bravo.
Yay, Daniela.